fulfilled and still live my life like I'm Uncle Phil. I've been about the dollar, so I chase the bills. The world is going nuts, Bible be the pill. And sometimes I contemplate an overdose. I'd rather die in righteousness, can't speak for most. I still remember nights sleeping with the toast. Plus the bar was always nasty, had it screaming gross. The Lord always had me when I was seeing ghosts. Repent or die, mama, can't you see the growth? My people need a savior, I just give them hope. And wash them from their sins, Christ be the soap. Whoa, yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original for the bond tools. By blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. I want to say thank you for all those that's been tuning in. We have made it way to 30,000. Yeah. And we're going to keep the numbers going. And you know I'm going to keep on showing that we are the children. We are the real ones. We are God's creation. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? Round of applause for this. Yes, sir. And for those that didn't tune in for December conversation, man, you missing out. Deuteronomy chapter 28 took place in Africa. Yes, the whole book took place in Africa. We got all the records, we got all the maps, we got all the locations. You know, if you ain't been tuning in to my channel and listening, then you just missing out, right? And it's very important, especially in today's times, that we really start paying attention to who we are, where we come from, and what we need to do. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one today. You know, I gotta give you the hood temperature. The hood temperature still shady, still grimy. Ain't no sunshine where we from. Only darkness every day. Only darkness, man. Ain't no sunshines where we at, man. Gonna give you a little bit of some hood news, right? The hood news is kind of simple today. You know, another brother's hurt, somebody's shot, somebody's murdered, right? Muslim teen charging gay man's fatal stabbing at Brooklyn gas station. You know they're gonna make it a big ordeal. Trying to create laws and protect this foolishness, but you know, who am I, right? Motorcyclist killed 2 hours ago, 3-car collision in High Bridge, right? There's a lot of things that goes on. 100 of immigrants sleeping outside of the streets of the Roosevelt Hotel in Queens. I mean, come on, guys. It's just there's a lot going on, man. And you know, as these things proceeds to give you what you need, and how this world is going into the direction of fulfilling greed. You know, individuals just care about the dollar. They don't care about the scholars or anything like that. Just letting you guys know the times that we are in and the directions that we're going as a whole, and how we need to really be on point, really be aware, really be 10 toes, really be connected, really be unified, really be together. Because this situation, this black on black problems, black problems in general. Listen, man, this is an attack on colored people all across the board, and it's never going to stop, right? And we need to come to the understanding that it's never going to stop. Shout out to the big bro. He did a profound lesson yesterday, and it's like, did you guys know that when they killed Nat Turner, they ripped off his skin, they boiled him, took off his skin, and made merchandise like purses and shoes, and some of them even kept it in their house as memorabilia's trophies. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they did that, they said that because whatever spirit was in this brother, this rebellious spirit, we had to make sure that we kill it so it would not return. So they did what they did. A lot of, you know what I'm saying, black history that in my 30 plus years I'm finally learning about, which is sad, but you know, is better late than never. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy like that. Um, so on today's episode, man, yeah, a lot of us is gonna be upset. This conversation is not pertaining to anyone. It's also pertaining to me. You know, I don't want nobody feeling like, you know, this is finger pointing. Nah. See, over here on the Repent or Die, we do self evaluations, and then when you see the flaws that we're doing, and then you calculate how did we fall, then you start looking elsewhere, right? Judge yourself before thou be judged, right? So on today's episode, it's titled "We Have Failed as Parents." Yes, black people has failed as parents. I know it may seem hard to believe. You may think that you're doing everything great, everything right. You're giving your child everything that they need so they will never have to suffer or go through things or whatever. But let me ask you guys this question. For those that's 80s and 90s babies, the era and the times that we was raised and growing up, you as parents today in 2023, no matter the age of your child, right? Do you think that your child, with the mentality and the way that they are right now in 2023, do you think they will be able to survive in 1993? Do you think that they will be able to survive in 2003? You understand? That's a question. And a lot of parents are going to agree and say, heck no, nah, my children can't survive in 1993. It was too real. And that's a problem. That's the problem. See, we failed as parents because we are teaching our children to just be comfortable and receive. We're not teaching them to be self-sufficient. We're not teaching them to hunt. We're not teaching them to gather. We're not teaching them how to love. We're not teaching them how to dress. We're not teaching them how to act. We're not teaching them absolutely nothing. The only thing that we're teaching our children is, Mommy, Daddy, I need some money. Here you go. Go about your business. This is what we're teaching our children. We're teaching our children to ask. We're teaching our children to beg. We're teaching our children the same European nonsense that was passed on to the slaves that we're giving to our children, right? What you mean by that? I'm gonna tell you what I mean. See, we're living in a time where we're teaching our children, or we telling our children that they need to graduate high school, go to college, get a degree, get a good paying job, and live your life until you get old, retire, and then go into the sunset and wait until your death. This is what we teaching our children. This is what we teaching our children. We teaching our children that they don't need to go outside. We prefer you to be in the house. So we keep them in the house. We give them toys. We give them games. We give them all types of distractions, right? Meanwhile, that child's brain is being fried because That child has not gone outside and go through life experiences to better him, to build him up. See, when we was young, we was always outside. So every day was another life experience. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to those that was in victims and circumstances of being outside. But for those that was outside and made it back in one piece, that's still alive to this day, shout out to you guys. Gunshot salute. But at the same time, when we was outside, this is how we learn how to be us. This is how we learn to survive. You know what I'm saying? We growing up, we survived off honey buns. How many of you guys survived off honey buns? How many of you guys the tropical fantasies was literally our drink of choice, until we seen the commercial, and then all of a sudden they kill your sperm count. But yet they knew that, but then they put it all through our stores. You understand? So a lot of these things we used to do, these children nowadays don't even have a glimpse of understanding about that. Don't even know how to survive. Even in 2023, if something was to go wrong right now, I don't think these children will be able to survive. These children are so spoiled where they need, they got access to Chipotle and Subways and all of these foods and all of this Uber Eats, all of this in the palm of their hands. Then things hit the fan. Do you think these children could be able to survive off peanut butter and jelly? Do you think these children could survive off fried dumplings, warm water with no additives, no tea bags, no lime, no sugar? Could these children survive? Absolutely not. But the reason why they're unable to survive is because of us. We wasn't teaching them. We haven't taught our children survival skills. We have told our children or made them believe that everything is gonna be all right. That, you know, as long as you a good Samaritan and you do the necessary things bad won't come your way. And in reality, that's not true. That is not true. In fact, that's the worst thing as parents we can do, is tell these children these type of lies. We need to tell our children that we are in a war, that there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. No man is safe from, especially if you're black and brown. Ain't no running from this. You understand? And another problem that we face with, that's the cause of us failing our children, is we have put work before our children. We have put the dollar before our children. We put money and tangible things, material things over the wellness, the health, the preservedness of our child, or over the moralities, the principles. We tend to just chase the bag. I gotta get the bag, because if I get the bag, I get to take care of my son, and my son gets to wear all the designer clothes. He gets to have all the Jordans, play all the video games, get all the systems. This is what we're doing. This is what we've done. When you see today's children is so frail. These children don't fall. These children don't know how to fight. These children don't know how to articulate themselves. These children don't know how to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing our children know how to do is swipe up, swipe down, sit down, and look around. That's the only thing our children know how to do. Our children don't know how to do absolutely nothing. And we're to blame for this. I'm not going to blame you, young brother. I'm not going to blame you, young sister. It's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault because we were so focused on chasing the bag, trying to fit an image that was given to us by the factory, where you thought to be black, you had to be in designer wears, to be respected and to be viewed and to be honored and to be loved. You had to have material things. Dudes ain't gonna rock with me if I don't have this car. Shorty ain't gonna lay with me if I don't have this chain. So we were so focused on chasing that, we left our children alone. We left our children alone. We left our children alone to figure it out themselves in a system that's teaching them to sit down, be subtle, Relax. We got you. Take some of this homo stuff though. Take some of this training stuff though. Just a little bit. You know, we ain't gonna throw too much because we don't want your parents looking this way. And this is what they've done. Because they see that we're no longer in our children's lives. We can't even afford to be in our children's lives. Inflation, cost of living, you know, more money, more problems. Shout out to my big bro. He said, yeah, man, I got me a great paying job, man. You know what I'm saying? Close, you know, I ain't gonna say the numbers, but it's up there. But his reply to me was, yo, but it's very time consuming. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to be around my family. And mind you, this is my big bro. My big bro don't got no seeds. So just imagine individuals who are in those circumstances and with children. I remember when I was young, when my pops died, I was young. I hardly seen my moms. Word. I remember being 8 years old, home alone. My pops died in November. I remember that Christmas. I was still 8 that Christmas. My mom went to work, and this is back in the days. Back in 93, 94, there was no work laws. There was no labor laws. You could work as long as you want. I remember my mom working quadruple shift. You feel me? Working quadruple shift, calling in every 3 to 4 hours, checking in, like, hey, just making sure everything all right. When she seen that we had the hang of it, that's what she did. And that's what we was doing. But the difference between our growing up and today's growing up is there was not so much distractions. Everything was just subtle and straightforward right before you. There was none of this hypnosis, metaphorical. It wasn't none of this high-rise religion stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had your Islam, you had your Christianity, but that was what it was. It wasn't just a web full of individual doctrines running around. That makes sense. You feel me? Everything was cool, calm, and collective. Yukon or the Lexus, all these heathens gotta respect it. You feel me? That's the type of time we was on. These children, too much distractions. Like I said, you got Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You got Facebook, you got YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You got Rumble now. And the list goes on. There's plenty of these social media outlets that, if it's not done and used wisely, can destroy. And it's destroying us. It's destroying our children. Black men don't want to be black men no more. Black men, you know, wish they could be white. Black men wanna date white. Black men wanna be light. You feel me? This is the facts. These are the times that we in, guys. Yeah. Today's black men don't want to do nothing. Some black men, listen, today's gangsters don't even want to be gangsters. Today's these young boys that's running around want to be tough guys. They're tough guys according to the Vlad TVs. They following and creating themselves based on things that they see on TV. See, us, our gangsters came from what we was in the streets. When we knew playing this side of the field, before you even played it, you had to read the manual. Brothers is not reading the manual. Brothers is really trying to run audible plays out here in these streets and then get got. And get RICO'd. You feel me? Yeah. What you think is going on? Everything is about decency and order. And that's another thing too. Us as parents, we didn't teach our children these things. We didn't teach them patience. Even when the world was speeding up, we as parents, they say, yo. You gotta calm down. You gotta relax. You gotta pay attention. You gotta be patient. You gotta be focused. We wasn't telling our children that. we was telling our children, yo man, you see the world, you see the time that it is, you gotta be on that type of time too. And while the world is speeding up, everybody is in this so-called Ferris wheel. You know the little the little what they call these things, the things that these rats be running on for a workout. The wheel. You know what I'm saying? This is us. We are all in this wheel. They determine what we do. They determine how fast we go. They determine what we eat. They determine how we like each other. They determine how we love ourselves. They the ones that determine all of this. They have complete control over our minds. And they have told the parents, focus on getting money. Let's break up the households. Let me tell you something. All of these things you see going on in this world right now, all of these things was pre-planned, well orchestrated, fulfilled to the toppest order. If you guys didn't see that Tyrone clone movie, man, you guys need to watch that. When I tell you the hidden messages that's in that movie, you guys need to watch that. I beg you, go watch that. And I find it crazy that when this movie came out, that's when something physically has happened to Jamie, to the point now people don't even know if that's even the real man. But these things is real, people. These things is real. Check it out. I'm not even gonna give you nothing. I want you guys to really just sit down, check it out. You know what I'm saying? My ways been nagging me. You know me, I be tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I work out, I do my runs, I do whatever. When I come home and I eat, and I finally get to put my feet up. As soon as my feet go up and my belly get fed, oh yeah, your brother's dead. To the upper room. That's where I go. Straight to bed. Off that. You feel me? But definitely watch that movie, man. Very, very, very informative. Hidden gems. Listen. Maybe one day I'll do a review about that. But yeah. You understand? It's a full-fledged attack, man. These people really plotted and mastered it, man. Yeah. These people have gotten so close to us. Even if I had passed gas, somebody in the White House know exactly what it smells like. I'm dead serious. I'm not even trying to BS you. Facts. These people are watching. They know what time it is. They know what you bringing to the table. You understand me? But we as people, we have failed. As black people, we failed our children, man. Look at our children. Our children's not even happy anymore. I don't even understand how children to be so mad in today's times. You guys got way more than we did, and you guys is talking about suicide. You got children, look at them when you see them in the streets. Mad face. Some of them is just upset. And we to blame, man. We to blame. We to blame because we fell for the bait. We ate that joint. We what's the saying go? We annihilated that joint. We annihilated that bait. Man, we ate that bait like it was crack. You feel me? We fell for it. And now we reaping the repercussions behind it. This is it. How many single parent households are these children's gonna be in? How many single mothers and single fathers are we going to remain in? When are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to say, okay, this protocol, this blueprint that these heathens have given us, yeah, this is a DUD. No, off that. To the left, yeah, time to do something next. You feel me? When are we going to say that? When are we going to look at our child and say, damn, yo, I'm really not spending enough time with my son. I'm really not spending time with my daughter. When are parents are going to say, yo, come outside. Let's spend time with each other. Yes, I get it. I know work. You're doing overtime. You're tired. You're exhausted. But you got to at least give your child at least 45 minutes to an hour. If there's 24 hours in the day, you got to at least give your child an hour. Have your child around you, have conversations, communicate. That's another thing too. We have lack communication with our children. We're quick to just give them iPads and video games and throw them in the room, tell them close the door and you go do you. Parents is on their phone scrolling. We got mothers that's going on these TikToks showing booty pics. I had this one sister posting up on TikTok. I could look at her. I could just see I could just see by her physique. You can tell that she had children. But Shorty took the time out of her life to stand on TikTok to show her in a G-string, shaking her booty, and had the audacity to label herself a goddess. Come on now, we need to relax. We need to stop the madness. You understand? Baby girl, why are you not spending time with your child? If they're sleeping, then why aren't you not sitting down reading books or doing things to enhance you to be a better mother? But in fact, what you are doing is you want to eat the bait again and do what these heathens tell you to do. Do what these heathens tell you to do that you perceive to be normal. This is not normal. Go take a seat somewhere and go be a mother. Even with men. Men has been so infatuated with themselves, it's scary now. And among them love himself more than a woman love themselves. That's scary. That's scary. But this is what we're doing. This is where we've gone. You feel me? Oh, I'm working out. Oh, let me show my body. Let me show my chest. Let me show my back. Now, don't get me wrong. Working out, being fit, looking healthy, looking, you know what I'm saying, like a warrior, like an alpha. That's what every man desires. We all desire that. We do. But at the extreme level that it has reached, you know what I'm saying? To the point where everybody want to be a YouTuber when it comes to fitness. Everybody, yo, man, just make some quick money. And it's not even about that, bro. But, you know, do what you do. I'm not knocking nobody for their brand, bro. But this is where we at as men. If we had put more time and effort into our children, the way that we do these devices, the way that we do our jobs, the way that we do social media, the way that we do our workouts, if we was to put all that energy, that same exact equal amount of energy into our children, the hood would not look the way that it looks. The streets would not be crying the way that it's crying. You feel me? These schools would have thought twice to bring forth transformism to these children. Bullying them to accept, and this is what's going on. They're bullying your children to accept a lifestyle that goes against God, that goes against creation, that goes against humanity. And then you're going to have these squares, these square buckets, now having confidence to defend themselves. Like, these people be on these medias talking crazy. You seem like you're anti-this. Shut up. I don't want to hear none of that. Heck out my face. Slap the fire out of you. Are you dumb or are you dumb? I will slap the straightness back into you. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Yeah. They have built confidence. And on top of that, you should see the transformers that's coming out of the woodwork, straight from the factory. Straight from the factory. These heathens be 7'5", looking like Big Show, shoulders looking like Ray Lewis, legs looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You feel me? And they walking out here, holding hands, talking about, yeah, doing this in front of your seeds too. Facts. I ain't lying to y'all. You know I'm keeping it 3.5. We failed. Look at our children, man. Look at the anger in their face. That's crying out for help. Some of our children, we so focused on our work and our jobs and our careers, we leave our children in the hands of friends and relatives, and you put so much trust into these friends and relatives, and these same friends and relatives is touching your child, man. Breaking your seed loose, man. You don't even understand what's going on. How many of us is teaching our children black history, true black history? None of this European fairy tale, watered down, plagiarized Satanism. Who's teaching us that? Who's teaching? Huh? Who's teaching these young girls how to cook at 12 years old? Who's doing that? Absolutely not. I had a conversation with my man who was at the park, who was working out. He younger than me. He said, yo, bro, today's women don't cook, bro. Today's woman is not cooking, man. Today's woman is all about looking good. How can they cook? They gotta make sure that their nails is long. How can they cook when the heat comes on? Their makeup's gonna dry out, or they're gonna get sweaty and they gotta take a shower, and that's a whole process they gotta go through. Yes, these women gotta go through a process. Can you imagine waking up? You gotta take a shower, brush your teeth, do your eyebrows, do your eyelids, put your wig on, put your makeup on. Some of y'all may have to fix your BBLs, make sure that it's appropriate, it's not crooked. It's a full-time job. Just imagine a woman that spent 4 hours getting herself together to cook, get sweaty and all that. That's another 4 hours. That's the whole day. Party done. And when he said that, I said, wow, that's ridiculous. That's nuts. And some of these women has children. You're not cooking. She's not cooking. Then what y'all eating? Process. And you are what you eat. We failed. We failed. How many of us remember growing up, you had to go to Big Mama house? You could, soon as you was a certain age, grandma told you bring your ass in that kitchen. Baby girl, bring your ass in here, come sit here, come learn how to make these grits. Come learn how to make this and that. Better come learn. Matter of fact, go get the lime. Come clean this chicken. Yeah. Yeah. These children not getting that no more. These little girls is trapped in their closet like R. Kelly, man. Over here reading, over here want to learn about sexual urges. And I would love to see how that feels. What is an orgasm? They focusing on that. They're learning the bare minimums of being a woman. So baby girl, you know how to cook and clean? So what do you know how to do? Suck a nut? Oh yeah, got you. Facts. We failed. We failed. We failed, guys. We have to look in the mirror and say to ourselves, we failed. If your child turned out to be a trans or anything, you failed. If your child got arrested and is in jail doing time as a parent, you failed. If you have to bury your child before he buries you as a parent, you fail. Guess what? Everything that I just mentioned is the norm. If your child is just a flat out bum, unproductive in civilization, you failed. You failed. And guess what? That's a lot of us. And a lot of us is setting up the stage for these children to continue being failures. We're not pushing our children to be great. We pushing our children to be basic, to see things for what it is, to just be grateful, to just have faith. We failed. We failed. We're not telling our children the necessary things to better them. The only way a black and brown child can be better is you have to give them better education. You have to give them better support. You have to give them better reasonings. You can't just yell at them. You can't just discipline them. You have to give them a better explanation into why you did and said what you said. Everything has to be better in order for our children to be better. We have to get it together in order for our children to work together. Our children is beefing with each other because this is what they see in their house. They see a household where mommy and daddy is beefing, where the order is not in place. There's no order. So they're gonna take that same misconduct, the same disruptive, out of order, out of wax mentality, and take it out and lash it out on friends, on families, on girlfriends, on boyfriends, and the cycle continues and it continues. And then we bring forth these children and we're not doing nothing better. See, me and my man, when we had our children, we was like, yo, man, when I have my son, I'm gonna do better for him. When I have my daughter, I'm gonna do better for her. And then we have these children and we don't do better. We fall into the same trap, into the same www. Yes, I said it. We fall for the same World Wide Web. That's why they call it a web. That joint will grab you. You'll be trapped. You can't move. And a lot of our children are trapped and they can't move. A lot of our children is lost and can't move. If you see a daughter becoming a stripper, you failed as a parent. Your children selling drugs, the gangster, spinning the block, you failed as a parent. And guess what? That's the norm in the hood now. So what are we going to do? Are we going to continue the cycle? Or are we going to put down the rifle? Are we going to pick up the Bible and get the true recital? None of this European foolish lies that these heathens have interjected in your book to lead you astray. We're not doing that no more. He that got eyes to see, let him see, ears to hear, let him hear. This truth is here. It's here. The Father's using the real ones. He's not using the Creflo, Take Your Dollar, the TD Snakes and all that. He's not using these brothers that had a platform, that had a chance to bring forth truth, and they used it to buy RVs and house on the hills. You feel me? Father's not using those individuals no more. Those that's a part of those situations around that, or those that's lost. These are the lost sheep. Blinded by the lies, not the light, but the lies. You feel me? Gotta come back. And that's another thing too. Another reason why we failed as parents is because we chose the dollar, or should I say the government or the system, over God, over the Creator. Once upon a time we knew God. Even though we was claiming and we was calling him the European, but we knew him. We knew he exists. We knew his presence was here. It was deeper than just having faith and knowing that you're God's creation. It was more than that. We knew these things. We did. What happened though? What happened? They gave you institutions like private colleges. They gave you opportunities, workshops. They gave you a taste of having a nice, decent, lucrative amount of income, money coming in. And when you start getting the money, it comes with the honey, and everything else is just funny. And following the ways of the Father, that's no longer sunny. That's no longer us. Big problem. Big problem. We let European philosophies dictate our moral lives. European philosophies are now the pedestal of black people and how we should conduct our lives. European philosophy. Like, we've forgotten that these heathens took children and put them in newborn babies and put them in swamps to catch alligators for alligator shoes. You like I say this all the time. I say that all the time because I like to say these things to say, have you forgotten that? Trust me, they didn't forget that. That's why when a cop kills a black man and they start a GoFundMe and they say the GoFundMe be 20,000, within 48 hours they have 100,000 in their bank. That's America letting you Negroes and you heathens, Hebrews and heathenites know that we don't give a damn about you, but yet you want to follow them and use their perspective as the pinnacle of your perspective and viewpoints of life and how to conduct yourself and operate. Are you dumb or are you dumb? You know the word, you know the Bible that they tell you that it's a fairy tale book. You know the word says that he was going to give you onto the hands of your enemies. See, when you hear the word enemy, an enemy can never be a friend. An enemy can never be a lover. An enemy can never be a partner. An enemy can never want your best interests. An enemy is gonna do whatever that they need to do to keep you destroyed, to keep you decapitated. Yes, because if you don't have no head, you're gone. This is what an enemy do. An enemy is set out to destroy and kill you. That's what an enemy do. This is what they have taught you. This is what you have embraced. You have forgotten that they are your enemies. So shame on the brothers and sisters that's opening up their legs for these heathens. Shame on you that's dropping down your drawers to get in between these heathens. Shame on you. Ew. Are you dumb or are you dumb? We failed our children, man. But we can't fix it. Can't overturn it. We overturn it by investing more time into our children, communicating, monitoring their daily lives, being in tune. Hey, what you did today? Yo, you was on your phone all day today, man. Put that phone down. Yo, let's go outside. Let's do this. Let's have a conversation. Talk. How was this? How was that? You understand? It's like I said, for me as a man, there's a lot of mistakes that I've done as a parent that now that I got this knowledge that I refuse. I'm not gonna do that this time around. I'm not gonna allow my children to be sucked into the WWW. Okay? The World Wide Web. Okay? Or we should call it the WWWF, the World Wide Web of foolishness. You feel me? Like, for real. You really gotta understand that we have a lot of work to do. Gotta invest our time into our children. Now ask yourself this question. You bust your whole behind for ends meet, getting these jobs. Now inflation is coming in. Was it worth it? You bust your ass day in, day out for a paycheck, but then you lost your job. Let me ask you a question. Was it worth it? I know people that was working their jobs for 10, 15 years and got called in their office because of inflation that you had to be let go. Stores all over the world is being shut down. Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, the list goes on. Oh yeah, it's about to be real big out here. But a lot of you guys took your careers first and not your child. And now look at the children. So yeah, it's about spending time with your children. It's about understanding your child. It's about guiding them. Yes, even though your child is living in today's society, which is weird and foolishness, but yeah, you still got to give them the gems. You got to give them the gems of survival. You got to give them the blueprint of the streets. The streets got a book. It's an order in the streets. You got to teach these children that. You have to. We have to. We got to teach our children survival skills. Yo, if the internet goes out and this is not working, this is what you do. This is how you light this. This is how you start fires. This is what you do this. Make sure you got a bunch of lighters. Make sure you got a bunch of candles. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to teach these children these things, man. Oh yeah. I don't know what we think life is about, but these are things that our children needs to know, needs to understand. You feel me? Facts. And I know when I say this, it's gonna seem crazy. But as parents, it's that time for us to take our children out of these schools. As parents, it's about time for us to take these children out of these schools. These children ain't learning nothing. The things that these children need to survive in this world, you can teach them that. Read, subtract. Yeah, they can learn. They could learn that from their parents. It doesn't take rocket science to know this. Facts. Facts, people. Yeah. Crazy. Gotta take these children out of these school systems. This school system is ineffective. It does not work. Take them out of these schools. Take them out of these churches. Take them out. Somebody gonna say, you said churches, but you just said that we need God. But our Father does not dwell in churches. We're not church people. Church is European. We had temples. Okay? We had temples. We had altars. Okay? We don't dwell in churches. These are things that was interjected by these Europeans in the New Testament to keep you believing that this is the way to go. Interject things like the keys of the church was given unto Peter. No. BS. Complete lies. There's no church. How is it a church? So which one is it? So did our big brother go inside of a church? Did he go inside of a synagogue? Or did he go inside of a temple? Nobody ever asked these questions, but hey, that's another topic in itself. You know what I'm saying? But again, those are the things that we need to do. If you want your child to be successful, if you want your child to be something in life, if you want your child to stand for something in life, you gotta be hands-on. Eyes on, ears on, hands on, back on, all that. You have to do that. That's the only way. I repeat, that's the only way these children is gonna get an understanding where they're gonna be. They're gonna get an understanding where they're gonna be aware and prepared and on point with what's going on in this world. If our children was receiving more love at home, they would not be outside being so angry. We gotta stop shooing our children away. Shoo, go over there. Our children is not dogs, man. Children is not animals. These are human beings. These are people with feelings. This is your offspring. You have to take care of that. You have to nourish that. You have to make sure that this young man and young woman will grow up to be a production in the community, a product, a greatness, not a terrorist, not a lost soul, not a waste of space, not a stripper, not a killer, not a drug dealer, but an owner, a ruler, a king. Are you dumb or are you dumb? It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. Continue supporting, man. You know how I do, man. You know what I'm here to do. I'm here to keep my foot. You hear me? When you heathens, you Negro. In the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time.